Francis, calm down. Calm down.
No!
1.
Now!
Rage tech destruction videos were a big thing around 2012. These were inspired and popularized by clips being posted on YouTube and other online forums showcasing people's over-the-top reactions to losing in video games. For internet users, this was hysterical. There was a sense of believability as human sympaths have moments where we want to rage at a video game, and in some cases we do want to extrude that same emotion from these clips. But for some other reasons, we can't show that off in real life. But watching other people rage like that on the internet is very entertaining and in some sense relatable. Adding on to seeing people raging and destroying their own devices, it inspired a whole new genre on YouTube. Some of the most famous content creators that could be considered include Angry Grandpa, Boogie2988, and a channel I've covered before, PlaneWalk124. However, comparing tech destruction videos with those gamer rage videos, you sort of lose that charm of what made those videos special. It's the authenticity of the reactions that are so extreme they are willing to destroy their own personal belongings. That's what made them so great. Whilst Angry Grandpa does approach it in that style, it did give the appearance that this was scripted and Angry Grandpa was in on the bit. For Boogie2988, it was obvious that he was playing a character when he was destroying his electronics or freaking out on camera. And of course, PlaneWalk124 has always made skits in relation to destroying his tech. These channels, whilst having elements of over-the-top reactions and destroying electronics, did make for some entertaining content. It wasn't hard to know that these were all scripted. However, one channel followed a similar pattern in their content as well, except a lot of people believed it was real. And over the coming years of making more videos, vlogs, and live streams, people on the internet started to visit their homes, invading people's privacy and calling the police, believing that there was a real psycho in the family. This is Psycho Dad, the YouTube series that almost fooled everyone.
That makes you shut the fuck up!
Jesse Ridgway would have his humble beginnings. He started his YouTube channel Mcjuggernugget on December 10th, 2006. The type of videos he would make were mostly skits, whether it would be overlaid by gameplay footage or recorded on his camcorder. They weren't meant to be anything serious at the time. They were made to have fun with and also experiment with how far he can push his creative abilities. Some of the videos he made were, despite their age, wildly impressive. Over time, he would not only pivot to making short films, but would make multiple long web series. And he also didn't make them by himself. He had friends and family members appear in these videos. He has a long and extended catalog of videos and series that showcases his deep passion in directing and acting, despite not having any previous experience. This would go on for around 6 years before he became popular for one particular video. Now around 2012, the explosion of gamer rage and tech destruction was starting to pour in, and Jesse wanted to capitalize on that trend, not as a way to profit off it, but to parody it. And so for this next video, intended as just a one-off, he grabbed his camera and asked his father, Jeffrey Ridgway Sr., to participate in this video. With some hesitation and to support his son's endeavor, he accepted it. That video, posted on December 23rd, 2012, would be Psycho Dad Destroys Xbox.
Alright.
In short, the video is about Jesse's brother, Jeff, capturing Jesse playing the Xbox, something that he isn't allowed to do. It's all captured on a low quality camera. Then Jesse's father catches him playing the Xbox and decides to destroy it, which leads to Jesse going into a full meltdown. It not only captures both genres, but the video makes it look believable. When it was posted, it did pretty well for the channel, and with this newfound success, Jesse wanted to push this concept even further. So, after uploading a few more Psycho videos, he would convince his dad to do the same thing that he did on the first video, except he will be using his big ass lawnmower to shred his video games. This was the video that exploded in popularity and pushed Jesse's new career in the spotlight and helped establish the dynamics between Jesse and Psycho Dad, and viewers couldn't get enough of it. In the coming months since that video, Jesse would push the boundaries even further, from Psycho Dad wrecking his car, to chainsawing his Xbox, to even torching a Christmas tree. Now growing up, I remember watching these videos and being so fascinated by how real everything felt, like I was watching a real-time documentary, and kept up to date with Jesse's releases. But as a kid, I was also skeptical about the authenticity of these videos, as anything could be faked. But there was one video that really solidified the believability to me, and it was Psycho Kid Ruins Thanksgiving.
The bus.
You don't appreciate it.
Oh, sorry. Did I put you in the spot there? Did I make you look embarrassed? What the hell are you doing?
If you're not gonna act right around there, be part of the family.
You want to make a scene during Thanksgiving?
Yeah,
really?
I do. Because if you don't want to be
Oh
part of
god.
It's very uncomfortable to watch. Jesse trying to talk back against his father in front of his own family. It felt like something I shouldn't be watching. And the freak out when Jesse flips the table over and a sort of food fight ensues, there is no doubt in my mind this was real and I was witnessing a dysfunctional family. In between these Psycho videos, Jesse will also upload vlog content and showcase the aftermath of these Psycho videos. Now, if you were me, you would know how much I don't like vlog content. There's usually nothing interesting going on besides people flexing about how great their life is. But what made Jesse's vlogs so much more interesting to watch is that you know that there's a lingering force from his father that could intervene in these videos. These vlogs wouldn't be apparent until one video, Psycho Dad Grills Wii U, where Jesse is officially kicked out of the house. Through these vlogs, we then follow Jesse trying to rebuild his life, and instead of, let's say, him going to a hotel, he decides to camp out in the nearby woods. We see him attempt to build a tent, building a gaming area for himself, and getting other family members involved to help him out, like Uncle Larry. Not only was this really entertaining to watch, but it also helped to make these vlogs and the Psycho videos more believable, as we see Jesse thrown into this horrible situation and people feel bad for him because, well, a lot of people can relate to him. Jesse in the videos is a gamer and inspires to become a content creator. Back then, the thought of your child making videos on the internet as a career was still a new concept that they just couldn't wrap their heads around. And that's the similar reaction that Jesse's father gives out. A parent who doesn't support or understand his child's career, and that the only way to stop it is by destroying the thing he loves and could motivate him to get a real job, is video games. It doesn't help that Jesse's older brother, who has a more conventional job, ridicules and laughs at him and tries to catch him whenever he's gaming. The only other person who generally cares about him is his mother. She looks upset whenever these things happen to him and calls both of them out for their behavior and how they treat Jesse. And it's not just her who supports Jesse. There are probably millions of comments in support of him and letting him know that they will be there for him, supporting his career.
Your mother? Mom gives me money. Yeah. Dad! Dad!
Even watching these videos now, my god, these are so well made. Not only are the characters perfectly casted, but the arguments and the intense situation they get into, like, I don't blame you if you think these are real.
Just a tree.
It's just like, no, just like we went to London.
Okay,
You go to that show, and then what do? You stay in the room and play video games all the time.
But there have been some videos that cause some suspicion. In the video, Psycho Kid gets arrested. There was a clear errand which a police officer was to arrest Jesse. However, the police outfit in the video could be bought online. But remember, at this point of the video, Jesse has not once revealed this series was fake. So, to try and cover it up, he would create a follow-up video like he usually does and make a storyline about how the police officer was a setup for this program for delinquents, debunking the myth that that video was fake.
Divorces,
Uh-huh.
and he got your brother to instigate.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Jesse was well known for trying to cover up those mistakes in his narrative. Over time, the Psycho videos would continue to get more crazier. Oh, you think destroying a LAN party is crazy? How about destroying an RV? Or, I don't know, ramming a fucking car into a pool? Like, Jesus Christ, they are crazy for doing these things. And bear in mind, this is not like a proper production where you have medical staff in the background. It is usually just Jesse and his camera. And as crazy as these videos get, the more and more hate comments not only the channel will receive, but to Jesse's family members as well. This would be from calling the real life businesses that are featured in the video, including Jeffrey Ridgway's real shop, to even visiting Jesse's real life house that's in almost all of his videos. But oh no, it gets worse. They have been swatted many times. And what I mean by many times, I mean 11 fucking times. This was so defeating for everyone behind the Psycho videos. It even costed Jeffrey Ridgway's Sr.'s position as a Pitts Group committeeman due to the controversy surrounding his name and from the videos. Everyone didn't feel safe around their house, their workplace, and their own online platforms. But that didn't stop the family members from making Psycho videos with Jesse. Because behind the scenes, everyone supported what Jesse was doing despite what was happening. Jesse was committed to the series, and everyone seemed to trust his instincts. He was serious about each video he made and the lines of dialogue and the performances that each person was giving. After all, he is a creative person and he knows how to tell the story right. But he knew that sooner or later he had to conclude the series.
Larry, alright?
After Uncle Larry rams his truck into the pool, Jesse falls into a deep depression, feeling like he was responsible for this incident. But he can't do anything now because of what Psycho Dad does next. He would force Jesse to stay in a tiny room in the basement. Jesse is not allowed to leave until he says so. This would be his home for the foreseeable future. However, Jesse knew he couldn't stay here for long. By disobeying his dad's rule, he leaves the room and checks his father's safe to figure out the combination. What's in it? Money and a gun. The last few videos before this would be about Jesse coming to terms with the whole situation, reflecting on his life choices, the things he has regretted, and what he hoped he can do if he can get out of his home life. A lot of these vlogs he posts would most of the time contain ramblings to himself, and with each upload we see his mind slowly losing itself from reality. But on June 6, 2016, Jesse would upload his proclaimed final video. The video tries to show Jesse as his old normal self, and he states that he has a plan. A plan to not only get the money, leave the country, and be free from all of this, but to show his father that he is a man. 24 hours later, a video would be posted titled Psycho Kid Kills Father.
Where's Jesse at right now?
He's down in the basement in that small room doing his videos.
Just lift the camera up. Film this.
Just
Go
put-
ahead.
okay,
Dude,
just
I'm done.
What do you have to do? Shut the fuck up. Hey, how about you just film me, alright?
Put that gun
I don't
down!
want you playing that shit, Dad.
I wish it would have been better.
You made me this way! You made me this way!
This would become one of the most controversial videos in the channel. Not only did it finally break the illusion that this series was fake, but it also ended in such a disturbing way. So much so that it was reported that around that time of the video's release, over 1,000 calls to the police about the video would be made. In the next 24 hours, so many channels, mostly of Jesse's fans, reacted to the video in shock and disbelief. but none of the family members could speak out about it. There was nothing that could be done until the next day. On June 7th, 2016, a day after Psycho Kid kills father, we get the final conclusion to the series, titled Psycho Kid Flees Country. Of course, there was still so much confusion over the series. For over 4 years since the first video was posted, people were so convinced that this was all real and were so pissed that they were essentially tricked. But when people start to wear off that illusion and actually focus on the final video, there was some sort of relief of seeing Jesse looking happy, traveling to Switzerland to escape a country where he felt so restrictive of what he can do in front of his father, dealing with the toxic environment around him from his family members, and getting everything he loved destroyed. He is finally free, but at what cost?
Yeah, please, fucking God. If there's one thing that I could ask for you to do for me, do not do what I did. Don't do what I did! Fuck! Don't ever do what I did! Because I have to live with that now! And I don't know if I can handle that!
It feels weird rethinking back at this moment. Jesse had fooled the world that this was all real. What the audience is left is in disbelief, but also sort of satisfaction. Sure, there will be people angry or even admitting to themselves that they were right and that this was all fake. But that was because Jesse had finally completed his story. It wasn't because of the controversy with the public or the swatting or the harassment. He knew how to start a story and how to finish one in that 4-year period, and we ran along with it. What he accomplished with this series will probably never happen again.